Welcome back to Multiverse Ops. This is Giddy. Thank you so much for tuning in the video. If you have logged into the game today, you've seen the announcement, and we can head over to Discord. And not everybody uses Discord. It's the way to go nowadays. So, I would go ahead and bite the bullet and get Discord. Not everybody wants to give their phone number. There are ways to do that. But anyway, let's get to it. Chapter 24, Fate of the Bastet. And you can see there's some uh, quest stuff in here. There, as far as some of the background and lore, you could go into it. Basically, the Amuni are back, and they're paired up with the sorcerers to help us out. Here's the nice little banner. You see a close up of the banner. So, a couple of things. They've got the settlement mechanics. There's spoilers here. So, we're going to click on those. There's the main settlement building, side building, and some of the resources. So, the two main settlement buildings are for the Immunity and Sorcerers. There's two for that. They have four production buildings that are going to go along with that. And the other things that we're getting are new level 5 units that have divine protection. So these are heavy melee units that are going to have that now. So that was expected that we'd have that. New Ancient Wonders. I know this is like a new channel. I'm still trying to grow it. If you guys are listening in and want to offer comments, I'd love to hear it. I'm not thrilled about these ancient wonders, so let's go through them. There are two. There are Bernard's Kennel, which produces Cerberuses every 3 hours, so another troop producing ancient wonder. We knew we were getting that, and it also awards orcs for each event quest completed. Okay, let's come back to that in a second. Then you have Temple of the White Cat, which grants mana when you brew in the cauldron and increases duration of the power of the generous guest spell. So, this really is something that I have an issue with. First of all, as an in-game player, I already have plenty of mana. I have plenty of orcs. A lot of the in-game players, we build plenty of armories. It gives us a lot of ranking points. So we're swimming in orcs. And the other thing is that for the orcs, it's not a consistent growth. It's only during events, only for event quests that are completed. I generally complete most of them in one sitting on the first day of the event. So, it doesn't really do much for me. I don't know if they want to do, if they really want to do something with the orcs, maybe have the opposite of decay, like a growth. You grow a certain percent every day on orcs or something like that. Um, it just, but we don't need orcs at all as an in-game player. The same thing for mana with the maze and the enars. I've got hundreds of millions of mana, and I just don't need it. Also, brewing in the cauldron, it's almost like they're trying to force us to use the cauldron more, and I don't like that. I mean, the cauldron has always been sold to me as something optional. It's just something that enhances your gameplay. I don't think we should tie more things to the cauldron. We also already get a boost for mana if we wanted to, so why mana on top of that? It doesn't make sense. So we don't need orcs, we don't need mana. The things that I'm short on the most as an in-game player right now, I'm short on combining catalysts. And with the Naturion and speeding up in a crafting time, I'm going through combining catalysts like crazy. Somewhat on the spell fragments, but we need another ancient wonder that gives us combining catalysts. Could always use more vision vapor, sips of clarity and stuff. I think Radiant Stones might be good, and Volatile Sigils. I think the Volatile Sigils would be good because it would give us a consistent amount of them as opposed to getting them once in a while in events and stuff. And as far as Royal Restoration goes, I wouldn't object to having another Ancient Wonder that gives those. So we have one that gives Royal Restoration, but maybe another one where you get Royal Restoration when you complete the Spire every week, and it goes from 1 to 7 Royal Restorations based on the level of the Ancient Wonder. There's plenty of ideas. Feel free to leave comments as to what some of your thoughts are. But Radiant Stones, I'm a little bit short on. Royal Restoration, I always need. Vision Vapor would be a boost. We haven't had a Ancient Wonder that deals with it, but we don't. I don't need orcs. I don't need mana. The one thing that I need the most are combining catalysts. So leave your thoughts and comments in the and talk about maybe some ways that you'd like to see Ancient Wonders implemented to have combining catalysts. I'm gonna make comments to that effect on the beta thread, or on the chapter 24 thread that they just released. So yeah, and nobody's commented yet, but that's my dog. Sorry. It just I'm gonna leave some comments about the Ancient Wonders, and I think that the Ancient Wonders are really important. We put a lot of time and effort into it. It needs to be there needs to be a purpose to it. And to me, there's no purpose for adding orcs and mana at the late stage of the game. It's nothing new. We have plenty of Ancient Wonder. We have Ancient Wonders that take care of us for that, and we just don't need it. There's some portraits that are nice. So I like the puppy one. I guess that's a Cerberus puppy. And then you've got the cat is really cool. I know people are gonna like the cat. And then you have a puppy and cat, and I really like the Cerberus puppy one. That's really cool. I haven't seen something like that before. But let me know your thoughts, and also feel free to post on the Discord your thoughts and give some feedback to Games on these Ancient Wonders. And if you think I'm just wrong, let me know. The other effects, so the troop gain, that's fine. I'll probably end up building Bernard's Kettle just for the Cerberuses. And the Temple of the White Cat, it also increases the duration of the power of the Generous Guest spell. Well, I mean, there hasn't been a consistent way to gain the Generous Guest spell. So maybe that would have been a start to have something, an Ancient Wonder that gives us the Generous Guest spell consistently, or some way to produce it, and then have an Ancient Wonder like this. So, anyway, I am excited about having a new chapter, and twice in 1 year. I know not everybody's going to feel that way because maybe they're newer player that are just like, hey, I've got to get through all these chapters and I'm never going to catch up. You'll catch up. Just keep plugging away at the game. Don't burn yourself out trying to reach the end state. So I burned myself out a couple times and left the game a couple times here and there, but I stuck with it and finished it out, and now I'm ready for chapter 24. So please hit a like and subscribe. It helps with a YouTube algorithm, and also leave your thoughts in the comments about the new Ancient Wonders. All right, have a good day. Bye.